Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel.
Hope you have a wonderful day. In today's video, we're going to read a Q&A that was somewhat interesting and related to our topics. This might happen to any one of you guys. It's probably one of those questions that most people probably thought about it, but never asked the question.
So let's read it out.
Cool.
Hi, this person is making $85,000, 19 years old only. I'm wanting some advice on what to do, whether to invest more ETFs and stocks, or should save income for property. Partner and I combined at the moment have about $30,000 saved. You're not biggest fan of super, a whole lot. Let's quit that early. Okay. Yeah.
So just want to reread that for myself. So what would you do?
ETF, of course.
First of all, at the age of 19, you're already reading or understand what ETF is.
And making good money, 85,000.
85,000. That's pretty good. And the fact that the combined income between the partner and this person, I guess,
not income, it's saving.
Income. It's saving as a whole. At the age of 19, you've already got $30,000. You're well ahead compared to lots of people out there. At the age of 19, my net worth is like zero, if not minus.
Yeah. 100%. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So, and you're earning that type of income at 19. Hopefully, it's gonna grow and grow and grow.
Well, of course, always when you look for investment or what to do, you have to ask, what's my end goal? Why do I want this? The why and what's your goal? Right? If you want a house, then maybe save it for deposit.
Whether a deposit, whether it's you're thinking of buying it outright in cash, whatever that would be. If you're looking at buying the house and figuring out, are you going to have a family? Is this going? That's another thing.
And yeah, some people like to buy the house because you have the stability. You don't have to worry about landlord kicking you out, increase the rent, or they want to do something about the house. If you purchase the house, then you have full control of what you want, what you like to do of the house.
And it's a long-term commitment.
Very long-term, at least 10 years or 20 years, that's what we're looking
at. It can be 10, 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
And it can be more if
Some people can make a commitment like that, some people cannot. And funny thing, I was looking something about Warren Buffett actually said if he did not buy his house, as long as he invests the difference from renting and whatever he's making, then he actually can make more money. Correct.
But all depending on individual.
Yeah. So a house is more like asset. Yeah, your asset, but it's for you. Some people like it, some people don't like it. So is it your goal? You want to have a house, then save it, buy a house. But if having a house under your name is not that important, then maybe just rent somewhere and put the money in ETFs.
Yeah. So they're both sort of like the right direction, trajectory, let's say. And the biggest thing is like, where do you see yourself in about 5-10 years time? So at the age of 19, I don't know what the marital status, let's say, or the partnership, and then I don't know if you're thinking of having kids. I don't know if you're looking at a certain location that you want to be stable and put your peg in the ground, and I'm going to stay there for a long period of time.
The thing is one more, it's with the person.
Yeah.
We've seen people, they purchase a house with a partner or wife or husband or partner, whatever. And then 5 years later, not working out. So they have to sell. So if market increase, then of course it's okay, but you still have to do fire sale because I don't want to see you, you don't want to see me. I just want to sell it as soon as we can. And I don't care about loss because I don't want to see you. What if the market is going down? Are you going to sell and then you may lose money? That's another risk. Is a long-term commitment.
It is. And then we don't know based on this as well. Is it going to be like a stepping stone? Like you start from maybe a studio, a one-bedroom, and then after that, sell that, go in a 2-bedroom, and then sell that when you have kids, go to a 3-bedroom. Those things add up as well, the costs, not just financially, physically, mentally, every time you go from one process to another. Yeah, so you got to calculate that aspect of it as well. So that's in terms of the house side, let's say. With an ETF side, so the beauty of it.
The beauty, compound interest, of course. You compound and you will get dividends instead of you putting in the bank high interest online account, let's say.
Yeah.
You put it in the bank account, you make interest, yes, but you still have to pay tax on top of it. And then your money is not growing anywhere. So yeah, it's very hard, but I'll put it. So one of the strategy we're thinking was put all the money in ETF, and then when we save enough, we take it out. But whenever we think of taking it out, cut it off, I don't want to cut it off. That's the thing. That's the emotions.
Yeah, like for example, right now in our situation, say for we know there's going to be a huge bill coming out soon.
Yep.
The only way to pay that bill is, well, you've got one or two things: either liquidate your asset from ETF, for example, or the other option, just pay it on installment because there's no interest on it. Or if not, save up as much as you can before the due date.
Yep.
That's the other options. So those are the different, I guess, scenario that we got given in our plate. So it's a bit hard because you see your account growing, and you kind of realizing, if I take this out, that's like, cutting, what is it?
Killing the goose that lays golden egg.
Yeah. So that's out of it as well. And then when it comes to superannuation, for us, that's a plan World War Z style.
Yeah.
We don't use super as the vehicle, but in case of emergency, if everything else that we tried, it didn't work out, then we'll rely on super.
Yeah. Or we see super as a bonus. When so our current strategy or goal is to put most of our money in ETF, let it grow till the number that we satisfy. Then we can choose, okay, should we work or should we work part-time, or we do something else that we like. We free up some time out from full-time 9-to-5 job. And then once done, let's say if we can retire at 50, so we can use whatever money we save in ETF for 15 to 20 years. And then when we're at 65, then we can use the super money. So that is the long-term plan.
Yeah.
So we still have some money in super just in case we run out of our ETF money.
So
a backup plan.
A very a
backup plan.
Backup of a backup of a backup. And when it comes to die early,
so you never know what happened.
You never know what happened, but if you set it up your superannuation correctly, well, I don't know what is correct way, but this is how we did it anyway. We put our spouses as the beneficiary.
So how I did it, I put 50% if I pass away first, 50% to you, and then 25% each for the kid.
Yeah.
So because they're still under 18.
Yeah.
If maybe when they're over 18, I'll just change it to the kids instead of you, because you should have enough money by then.
So in that aspect of it, it's not a waste.
No.
In that aspect,
I think because they haven't got kids, they don't have a family yet, so they don't understand. Super is still way too far. But if you just let super go, I'm not saying you put extra money, but do not stop putting super when you're young.
Yeah.
It is the time that we were missing.
You
stopped you didn't contribute for some time, and I stopped working for a long time. But because I did not stop contributing super since I started working, I still got more super compared to you.
Yeah, in that aspect of it, there is a lot of marketing gimmick, let's say marketing material out there. It's like, hey, you should, you don't want to live in the pension because it might be running out. But now I look at that, that's great, but you're missing out on all of this time where it's actually been growing. So even if you just skip, if you can, minimum is contribute whatever the employee contribution is from the work. If you can, maximize it to the limit.
15%
at the very least. It's 15%. Had I known that when I was 19, had I not listened to all of these gimmick and gurus out there, and just leave it there.
Yeah,
I think you'd be better off.
Yeah.
By now. But yeah, that's just our 2 cents, guys. Like, this is based on what would we do if we're back in 19, earning $85,000, and then have $30,000 as a couple, and thinking about superannuation, thinking about house.
I'll still save up, buy a house.
Yeah.
Being very traditional, it is the pride that you know that you will have a roof that is under your name. And if now we're thinking, okay, we have a big house, even the kids cannot afford one in the future, we all can live in here. So we're providing a shelter for the whole family instead of just us. But if it's renting, then we may have to move, and they may have to move school. That uncertainty I don't like. I know buying a house is just a big commitment.
Security for us. Yeah,
it's a big commitment.
It's a forced saving security blanket.
And you make sure you
the both of you
agree in the same house, you like it.
Yeah.
And then you get along with each other, not looking for separation at all, try to make things happen, because if you're trying to sell it in short term, is just doing you financial a disaster.
So yeah, that's just our 2 cents, guys. If you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe, comment.
See you next time.
Bye.